What's going on, family? It's been a minute. I figured, man, I came out here, I wanted to go grab the mail, and I was like, you know what? We need to talk. It's been a while, man, and unfortunately with the weather out here, as you can see, and it's snowing right now, believe it or not, light flurries. Just walking out here to get the mail real quick. But I'm sure you guys probably watch some other people that live or may even live out here in the Midwest. And you know, this weather just ain't conducive to all activities. Gee whiz. Yes. I was hoping these things were here. So I figured, man, I think it's a good time for me to give you guys an update. Where we at, what we doing, what we're planning. But I think most importantly, I want to start off with what's been going on and kind of get into my choice and why I picked a vet. Oh man, it's cold out here. And we'll get into that in just a second. What's going on, family? Yeah, I know, man. It's been a minute. It's been a bit busy, man. Been a bit busy. Been, first of all, tackling the weather. One of my last videos I posted, man, was dealing with the snow. If you watch any, and as I mentioned before, you watch any other guy or you live in the Midwest, man, you know what we're dealing with up here. Hope this sound is okay. But, man, we're here in the garage. Had to turn on the heater. It's not horrible outside. I want to say outside it was in the 20s. Yeah, I guess for some that might be pretty horrible. It was like high, like mid 30s in the garage, but I had to heat it up. I see we are at we sitting at about 64 degrees in here right now, so it feels really good. But and it's snowing outside. The lovely, lovely stuff. But all right, man, enough of that. What's been going on, right? So for me, first of all, let's talk about what's been happening around the house, some of my other distractions. We've been doing a lot of things. We started painting job, has hired some contractors to paint in the family room in the foyer. If you've seen what it looked like before, I'll have to post a picture up here to show you what it looks like now, show you before. And after. And we're also getting some stuff done in the kitchen. Show you the before. I hope I have a before. If I do, I'll put the before right here. And if I don't, I'll show you, you won't have it. If I do have it, it'll be right here. But this is the current. And we're working on the after. So we also have some other stuff going on in there, man. It's just, it's crazy, man. Stuff happening in the basement. I'm just doing a lot of different things. This is a great time to get in the Midwest, get a lot of stuff around the house taken care of, in the inside of the house, right? Summer months, people want to be outside and doing more of that stuff. In the winter months, this is a great time to knock out some of the interior things. A lot of people do that stuff towards the end of the summer so that when they're in, they're good. They don't have to worry about doing that stuff. But there are some of us that like to get that stuff taken care of in the winter months to give you something to do, right? That's been a big distraction. There's been a lot of something that's been really taking a lot of my time, big time. Other than that, man, I mean, I haven't even, there's a couple of times I went out to drive the Jeep and the battery was dead. That's just how much I've been leaving, doing. I haven't been doing a lot, man. I haven't been going to a lot of places. Yeah. Anyway, let's get back to one of my favorite topics, the vet. Yeah, man, it's been tucked away. It's clean, under the cover, on the trickle charger. Not doing a whole lot of anything, man. But we have been getting some things together in preparation for this time where we start doing some of the modifications to the car. I've been waiting on this. And you guys will see what this involves on the next few videos coming up. And I don't exactly know when and where this guy falls out, but this was a key piece, and I'll tell you guys that a little bit later. But all right, man. Like some of my guys who own vets, like vets, want vets, love vets. It was never a question on why I got this car, right? Why I chose this car as the one I wanted. However, they got people that like other things. And, you know, I've run across a couple of my friends and things who asked, why the vet? You know, what made you choose the vet, you know? So initially, I was looking at a few different cars. Having a 300, the Mopar community was big, right? I mean, everywhere you go. And I was kind of getting reeled in a little bit. So at one moment, I was literally looking at a Challenger. I was interested in a Challenger. I wanted Hellcat Red Eye Challenger, which I thought would be just a perfect car to get in and drive. Then I thought about getting a Scat Pack Challenger to build. Right, you know, getting the Hellcat, everybody got Hellcats. But if I was able to build a Scat Pack to get the power that I wanted, to me that'd have been more content, that'd have been a bit more interesting to me. Because if I got the Hellcat, most of it have been, I don't know how much performance stuff I would have been interested in doing. You know what I mean? But I got away from that idea, even thinking about that guy for a while. And then I started looking at, actually EVs, believe it or not. So I started looking at Tesla for a moment, and just, you know, kind of relishing on some of the power that it brings to the table. I was looking at a Type S, and I kind of got away from that. I mean, although would have been fun, it was just too, you know, it wasn't enough of what I wanted. I mean, I don't know. It just didn't put enough checks in the blocks, right? It had the speed, and that was it. So, yeah, so Tesla went away real quick. For a moment, and this is not, I've always been looking at this car, and I just kind of got away from it because I just had a hard time finding it, and then kind of got into it again. So one of my favorite cars out there is a Audi S8, big sedan. Oh my God. S8 having a big motor, supercharged, twin turbo, V8. It's a rocket ship, right? That car paired with a APR Performance Stage 2 kit for such a big car rival, it's the perfect sleeper. the body style and year, make, model the year that I like and preferred was 1918. Either some 17, 18, 19. Man, you can go look for that car right now. Look for those years. I was preferably looking for a 18. Look for that year. You can't find it. That car has been ghost for it's been hard to find for me for 2 years. That's how long I've been looking at that car. Now, throughout that whole time, Corvette was always on the menu and I would look at Corvette. But it just for some reason, didn't seem as realistic. The price wasn't bad even back then. There was something about that big sedan that really drew my attention, and it was the only car, in my opinion, that rivaled me getting the Vet more than anything else. When I gave up on the idea of that, and I literally was searching for Vets like every time. I'll look for something else, I look at Vets. I look for something else, I look for Vets. Mustangs never really got my attention like that. Camaros never, I like the ZR1s, but they never really got my attention like that. And it's not a car that I would want to own. I like them, I think they're cool, don't get me wrong, but it's not something that I want to own. And then I looked at GTRs. And GTR for me was still yet another stepping stone to this. Everything that I've looked at, it was always like something that was building me to get the Vet, the one that I really wanted. I went through the process and I was building out even a C8. Started building out a C8. Let me back up. So when I looked at the GTRs, is a car that I still like and still love. I like the GTR. And I probably, if I had the space and had the resources, I would probably have both of them. To me, I think they're two just awesome cars, right? Then I got away from it again. The prices of all these cars just started going through the roof when I got to land it back on the GTR frame of mind and thinking. I wanted a GTR back when I had my Infiniti. I had a G35X. And at the time of owning it, my goal was to step to a GTR and then up to the Vet. That was my mindset, right? And not just any Vet. I didn't want a Stingray. I love the body style of the Grand Sport, but I wanted a Z06. I wanted the big boy. It just was it. ZR1s are really, really phenomenal cars also. But the numbers, when you look at what they do performance-wise on the track, there weren't that much of a difference between the Z06 and the ZR1. And then as a matter of fact, what's interesting enough is that the ZR1 had a 6-figure price tag across the board. They're ridiculous right now. They were high then. And now, man, they got some ZR1s out there over 200 grand. That car is because of the C7 ZR1 being a 1-year car only in 2019, man, it's racking up numbers. That thing is expensive. To have gotten that car early and to own it now would be, it's something that you can invest in. I'm just saying, that's pretty much what it is. So I went through the process, even started, when I got out of the mindset of the GTR, that's when I started really getting heavy back into the C7. I love the C7 body style, just think it's phenomenal. I went even further and I went test drive. I posted pictures of that one. I show those pictures here. And I went test drove a yellow one and I loved it. It just, I probably shouldn't have because it really just sparked even heavy for me. Then I started thinking about the C8s again. I started thinking about C8s, period. And I was like, you know what, man, let me look at the C8. Rode in my boy Stunna C8, had a great time, great car. Still, it's a beautiful car, nothing against it. I like the C7 better than I like the C8. I just think the lines, I think the look, I mean, I love the fact that the mid-engine exists, that, you know, Americans got them something that crosses over to that exotic European type market. However, I keep saying, C7 was a one for me. The body style, the lines, this thing is just remarkable. There was numbers, man, and when I do research, performance numbers, and I try to talk myself out of it, I just like the car. C8 is a great car. Fast, it's smooth, it rides really good. The acceleration is stupid. This thing takes off like a rocket ship and hardly spins the tires. It is a great car. I love the C7 was it for me. C7 had the lines. I mentioned it before, man, it's like having my childhood Batmobile. Corvette was always, for me, that car. When the C7 came out, it had the lines that, in my opinion, they were the best. C5s were awesome. Love C5. C5s look so sleek and so low to the ground. They got closer to my Batmobile with the C6, and C6 came out with some ridiculous performance numbers. But man, when the C7 came out, the look was phenomenal. Now, one thing I'm gonna never tell you, that it was only about the look for me. I wanted that performance, man. This car has been touted to be a race car on the street. And when I'm not talking just straight line stuff, I'm talking about on the track. Few of the things that really, really impressed me and that drew me and pulled me in and kept me in with the C7 were the performance numbers. Let's talk about aero. It has active aero all around it. Things cooling brakes, cooling the transaxle across the back, cooling the brakes across the back. It's got vents here. It's got vents that, these are not there to look good. They're active venting, active cooling, and active is considered active aero. And that was important to me because I would love to take the car to the track and do some of the things that this car can actually do. For me to have this car and only put it on the street, I can't do it. Because I believe, all the experts state you'll never get to experience the full capability of this car on the street. You have to take it to a track. Track days will be coming. Track days will be coming. Yes. For example, right now we got the stage 2 wing on the back. That's going to be upgraded. We got the stage 2 spoiler on the front. That's going to be updated. And that was a key for me when I got this car, because this car came with stage 2, right? I was looking for a C7, 17 and above. I was looking for low mileage. I was looking for single owner, no accidents. I did not want 1 LZ. I needed 2 LZ or higher. And if I'd have got the Z07 package, that'd have been great. But I wasn't, it wasn't a priority for me. I wanted a white car. I wanted a car with red interior, but I didn't want all red because I like the red interior. I wanted red and black or black and red. I wanted to have both because I thought that was a better balance than just the red. When I found this car, I was talking to, I'll be honest with you, it was a Sunday night, and we had just got off of Catfish Corner. Catfish gave me a call, and we were talking. I told him what I was thinking about doing. He said, man, don't get rid of that 300. I'm like, listen, I built the 300. I can do it tomorrow. I know everything that was done to that car. There's no secret. 90% of the stuff that was done to that car was done by these hands. It was my idea. I know how to build that car better than it was when I did it the first time, right? So I can do that one again. I'm not worrying about that. And when I told him, you know, I told him what I thought about getting and what my plans were and this, that, and the other. He's like, you know what, man? Man, do it. He said, man, go ahead and get that car. Man, go ahead and get what you're going to get. Got a phone with him, and I literally was online, was looking, and found a white car. 17. Low miles. Single owner. No accidents. 2LZ. It had stage 2 aero. I was like, is this the one? The price was, compared to every place else I was seeing, it was good. It was real good. I'm one that I usually don't like, you know, I always recommend that you go with approved money. I don't like the idea of going to a dealership and hoping that they're going to bring you an approval. To me, if you don't know you're approved before you go there, in my recommendation, you're not ready to buy a car. I always recommend people to know where you are before you make any major purchase. You don't want to go to any major purchase, houses, cars, if you're buying a condo. Major purchases are also considered timeshares type, vacation home type things, or RVs, campsites, camps, whatever. Any major purchase, you should know where you are before you go to the table. You never should be surprised when you go to the table. So when I found this car online, I was gonna go back and hit up my credit union at first, and I was like, you know what? Let me just see if I get a pre-approval right here. And I clicked it. I didn't have any hits, and I knew which one of the credit bureaus that the pre-approval was going to hit. So I already knew, based on my credit history, where I allow hits at that time. And that hit from that run was not a problem for me. It doesn't hurt me by any means. I know I wasn't going to get disapproved because I knew where I was credit-wise. Again, I knew where I was credit-wise. I prepared myself for this, right? So I knew exactly which bureau it was going to hit. Also knew credit bureau was going to hit. I also knew where I was, and I expected where I would be percentage-wise. And I came close. I actually came a little bit under what I expected. So that's even better. Not by much, literally full points. So I was very, very close. I knew where I expected to be and where I was. Everything came back approval. I'm sorry for making this long and crazy and drawn out. And when I saw it was approved, they held the car. Now everything else after that was to go see the car, drive the car, actually get it shipped to where I wanted to be. Go and see the car, drive the car, and make a decision to say, yes, let's do it, right? That's pretty much it. I did that. And one of my buddies, another vet guy, RJ, met me over there, and he was there through the whole process. I decided to go with a particular one of the hits that was on there. Now, I didn't need any money down. I did not tell them that I was trading my car as part of the approval. And after I went through the process with them and got where I wanted to be and saw where the car was and, you know, the whole nine, I was good with it. So I said, okay, let's run my car. My anticipation was to take the stuff off that I did, because in most cases, the cars, when you have modifications on cars, it actually depreciates the value of what the car could be worth. I had an idea where my car would be based on they've been scouting my car for months. People been sending me pre-approvals for buying my car for certain amounts of money. which was less than what they gave me for the car. Let me just say that. I got a lot of money for that car. And I was shocked because of the mods, but because they were done, the guy said it was very tasteful. And you guys seen the 300. I'm gonna throw some pictures up so you can see. You seen the 300, you know what it looks like. You seen what I did. I didn't go crazy. It just looked clean. In my opinion, I tried to make it look like if Chrysler, basically the way I think Chrysler should have did this car. We didn't go crazy with the lowering. We didn't go crazy with the wheels. The only thing, in my opinion, I thought was probably a little left of what they would have expected would have been the exhaust. And they loved the exhaust. It was crazy. They loved the exhaust. They gave me more than I expected for that car. So I said, man, I guess I'm not going to take too much off of it. I took my taser out of the car, off and out of the car. And I also took the taser, the pedal commander out, and I took the stow and go that was on the front of the vehicle and brought him to my little bro Evan. Evan got he's got I think it's a 19 Chrysler 300S that we're gonna be building up this summer. So this spring, starting the spring. So you'll see that on the channel, man. We're gonna build him up, kind of take some of the same routes that we did on my Chrysler, except we're gonna do it better. We're gonna make him better than mine was. He's got a beautiful car. He's got a lot of tech. He's got way more tech in his car. I can't wait to share that with you guys so y'all can see it. He's got way more tech in his car than I did, and I'm excited for him in that build. So after I got the car, I got home, and ever since then, I literally drove the car, I don't know, like 5 or 6 times after I got it. And it's been right here, parked, waiting for what's next. Yeah, man, I'm excited about what this next season brings. This car, man, was, again, 06, C706, 2LZ package, 650 horsepower, 650 torque. Another thing that some people don't know about this car is that it had some of the absolute best braking out of most cars. Top 10. It fell within the top 5. It fell within the top 12 with different models. With the braking distance from 60 to 0 in less than 100 feet. Stupid. That's just crazy, right? Talking rip your face off braking. Yeah, it's got 6 piston Brembos on the front, 4 piston Brembos on the back. It stops on a dime. It's like 3,400 pounds. It's crazy. This thing also is 0 to 60 in less than 2.9 seconds. People have taken this thing to that's on the street. People on the track have seen 2.7 with the unmodded Z06, C706. 2.7 seconds, 0 to 60. People have, quarter mile numbers, less than 11 seconds. Track days have brought folks to 10.9, 10.8. Actually, you could do, I've seen a few people grab a 10.9 on the street. We'll see what this thing does when I get a chance to play with it, right? These are some of the numbers that drew me to this car. And you're talking a car that still can achieve over 24 miles to the gallon. Now, the active fuel management system that allows that, I'm not crazy about it, so I'm probably gonna shut it off because there's too many things going on where that thing's hurting motors. And right now, there's a class action suit that's actually spinning up for that. So we'll see where that lands when it comes to GM's active fuel management system. Again, it works great for those who are using that. I don't want it, me personally, because if there's anything that could hurt the car over time. There's a lot of trucks that suffered. There's a few people, guy I know personally had to replace a motor because of that. A few other people I found online on YouTube that had problems with that as well. I don't want it. I'm good with that. I don't be bothered with that, man. That don't even sound like fun to me. I want to have fun with this car, drive without having to worry about that. If that means staying within an 8 cylinders all the time, I'm good with that. It's not gonna bother me one bit. Not one bit. Oh my goodness. So guys, that leads me to the conclusion, closer to the conclusion of this conversation, of what's coming next. Those screws are gonna help me do something that I've been planning on doing in the car. Typically for me, similarly as you've seen on the 300, I'm probably gonna do lights. We're gonna do some additional aero. We're gonna probably upgrade to stage 3. Well, we're definitely upgrading to stage 3. We're going to do some cosmetic things. I'm working on getting some things to modify exhaust. Nothing too crazy. I'm not doing anything catback right now because I think this exhaust sounds great. It just could be beefed up a bit, right? So maybe we just do an X pipe, right? We got some wheels. Yes, you follow me on Instagram, man. You seen the wheels. You seen the wheels. And right now I'm in preparation of getting ready for Tuna Galleria. So all of these things that I just mentioned to you guys, yeah, I'm planning on trying to get majority of that stuff done this month, before the beginning of next month. I talked to my rap guy today, as a matter of fact, and he said he can get me in to do what I want. I'm not going to do a full wrap. I am going to do partial. But I think the pieces that I want to add and do to this car is going to beef it up before I shift over to a full wrap. I do have a full wrap in mind that I want to do, which is still, in my opinion, going to be very tasteful. I'm excited about what that's going to look like. Yeah, we're going to get there, man. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. So right now, it's Project Vet. We got to get some things together. As for the Jeep, I don't have a lot of stuff in mind for the Jeep at the moment. I'm scouting some wheels. I'm thinking about changing the wheels on the Jeep and just go with a different wheel. I have to adjust the mats that's in the car, so we're going to do something to make the mats stick the way I want them to. I'm entertaining doing new interior. So I'm looking at cat skins and a few other options right now to change the interior of the Jeep, at least the seat covers on the Jeep. And then I'm entertaining very mildly doing some sound in there, right? Putting some additional music in the Jeep. I haven't solidified the exact direction I want to go. It's a workhorse. I don't want a big box in the back because, in my opinion, that's going to defeat the reason why I'm even playing with the Jeep the way I am and able to use it the way I use it. So we can't put a big box in the back. I'm probably going to test my skills at built-in on the side, or I'm going to go with some of those flat under the seat subwoofers that go in the back. And if I did that, it'll probably be deep, maybe 2 8 or 2 10-inch. That'll be under the back seat. That'll be enough noise, along with the speakers around the entire vehicle. That'd be enough for that. It doesn't have to shake down the whole world. That's not what I'm looking to do with it. That's not what I'm looking to do with it. Yeah. That's where we are, man. And, it's been a minute since I've had a chance to talk to you guys, and I'm glad I'm able to get back and we can chat. But I'm not going to be away from you guys that much longer because we're going to have more videos to come. I have to get this going. I have to get this build going because they got to get ready for Tuna Galleria. And as we go through these steps, I will be bringing you guys along for the journey so y'all can see the work that's getting done. Not just the work, but also the progress. Yes. And then, of course, the inevitable is when we have the right weather before us so that we can take this thing out and enjoy it. That PDR is gonna come in handy for driving videos. I don't have to have something on the dash or use the actual phone or my camera to film when I'm driving. I can use the PDR for that type of footage. The other side of that, PDR doesn't capture noise. Therefore, you know, if it's something that I'm showing you guys and I need to talk, if it's not gonna be a voiceover, I'll have to use my camera. But, hey man, that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. I got a real good deal on these wheels, guys. They're beautiful. They are, I had a hard time deciding on what direction I wanted to go on wheels. Found a set online marketplace. I don't know why, I just did that. Another guy had a Z06, a yellow Z06. Dude named Kevin, really cool guy. Can't wait to hang out with him. He got rid of the Z06 for a GTR. Beautiful GTR, titanium exhaust. Beautiful, beautiful. I think he got the AME exhaust, cool air intake that he put on there. Really, really dope guy, man. Spiritual brother like myself, man of God. You know, to me, you can't help but have great friends that fall under that umbrella. That's just see the world quite differently. But what else we got, man? She's been sleeping well, have not started it since then, and I'm probably not going to start the car until after I get all the physical miles that I'm doing. And of course, when it's time to take it to the wrap shop, that's probably going to be the first time we start the car. Yeah, man. We're on the road to not your average C7 Z06 Corvette. I don't know, you know, my goal is to make this car mine. And making it mine means it's going to be, you know, unique. It's not going to be like everybody else's. You know my motto, baby. It cannot be average. Because we don't do the average, man. We don't do the mundane. Because we were designed from greatness. That's and my plans is to have some fun with this car, drive it, you know, put some miles on it. We're going to take it down to Texas. We're going to, you know, do some other stuff on the road. We're going to drive this car. And we're going to put this thing on the track. Yes, sir. We're going to put it on the track. We're going to see some track days. Your boy going to have to find a helmet to fit this dome. Just saying. We're going to have some track days, man. We ain't talking straight line stuff. Some stuff where we got to turn and use this arrow. Where we can use and test and experience the performance of a vehicle like this. It's not straight line. Straight line could happen. But this thing gonna be on the track. We're gonna figure that out. We're gonna learn that. I've never had an opportunity to experience that, but we're gonna experience that with this car, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Hey, bro, this is not your average sports car. This is an American supercar, baby. It is not average. And there's nothing about you guys is average. You know that, man. We don't do that. We're not normal, bro. Again, designed from greatness. That's how we were designed. That's how we were made. Yes, sir. So, with that being said, baby, you know how we close out every video, babes. So don't be average. Yeah.